Stay behind.
Away in the test match here. Second game of a triple header. Great Britain 1-17 as published on Tuesday, reminding you that Cody Nakarima, there he is, handling it dummy half right there. No Brandon Smith for this game. With Smith dropped.
Move, Josh James on the way. Hold.
For not meeting the standards of the Kiwis jersey. Jerome Hughes will remain on the bench wearing 14. Tapine here, hitting it up. Missed last week's test on suspension. Joseph Tapine, a fine season for Canberra. And their NRL grand final run. Wairia Hargreaves. Good defence on him. Chris Hill with that tackle. Here comes Tuivasa-Sheck up from fullback. You're going to have to watch him. Tuivasa-Sheck play the ball as the Kiwis finish their first set. And it is on the kick from Benji Marshall. This is Johnny Lomax bringing it back to the 20.
Good set of six from the Kiwis. Cody Nakarima just straight off the plane last night. That's his first interaction with the Kiwi side. Didn't even get a captain's run in. Benji Marshall finds some space with the kick.
This is Ryan Hall off the wing. Just 6 games for the Roosters this season. McGilvray, the other winger, one of the stars of the 2017 World Cup. He averaged over 200 metres per game. He's an absolute star. This is Burgess. Strange to see only one Burgess in the Great Britain side, but that's how it is at the moment. Hodgson rolls away. Hill almost drops it. Chris Hill. Big pack, aren't they? Hill, Graham, Burgess. And a very experienced pack too. Hardly a change since the 2017 World Cup in their lineup. Now that's Jermaine Asako looking into the sun to catch that one. Tuivasa-Sheck and a good chase from Bateman. You'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, the kick was from Jackson Hastings on the left edge. Wasn't high really. This is Ken Mamalo, a hit and a spin. Gets to his feet quickly. He's a good play of the ball.
Good block stand at dummy half. Fine game in the centres last week. Those two are going to have a good battle though. Zach Hardacre tackled him there, and he's a very experienced player, playing mainly at fullback this season for Wigan in Super League. Nakarima. It's Tapine shifting it on to Wairia Hargreaves.
Something we didn't see a lot of last week was little tip-ons like that to assist in the play of the ball.
We didn't really see that from either team in their losses to Australia and Tonga. Lomax comes forward again for the League Lions, and he's tackled on his 20. It's a good chase, good defence coming in for Tapine in the Cora.
Lomax played all 3 tests on last year's tour to England at fullback, and he was a target for the Kiwis, picking them up and driving them backwards. That's what the ask was.
2. Move square. Wait, Joseph.
Thrown onto his back, which means a slow play the ball.
Joseph, quick in the rock.
Falling up there, making a strong tackle. Chase from Kenny Bromwich as well. McGilvray on that right wing side again. James Graham runs at Nakarima, one of the smallest players on the field. Arguably the smallest. He's up for the challenge as Graham plays it just inside his 40. Burgess. Hodgson. Gareth Woodett with the kick. Now Ken Maumalo. Another solid game from him against Australia last week, and the Kiwis want him to repeat that here.
Pretty simple start from Great Britain, isn't it? A kick from Hastings on the left, and now a kick from Woodett on the right. Maumalo one take. This is Tuivasa-Sheck coming back across the grain, looking for space.
No stoppages in the game yet. And we're approaching the 4-minute mark. Manu gets a touch in the first 4 minutes. Interesting to see if either team really become a bit more adventurous with the ball. They'll need to be if they want to seize control of this game. It's a good run from Kenny Bromwich. That Great Britain line speed on that right side. Just a little sluggish on that occasion. And Marshall's kick on the last. And it goes to Lomax again. Plenty of touches for him early in this match. And that's a good chase from Foran.
It's a good kick from Benji Marshall as well. 5 metres out from the try line. This is exactly where that needs to land. Did you mention an arm wrestle?
It's a chess match with a rugby league ball at the moment. We've got a team that's black, and a team that's white. That's Jess, isn't it? Hastings a dummy half.
Both teams just trying to set the standard. Wait for the first error, apply some pressure. Just played in the middle of the field. Graham, show and go out the back. Gets through the first contact of Tarpane.
Shifted either. He's tackled on the halfway, and they haven't got to the halfway on that set. They have Great Britain. There goes Widdop's kick.
Kieran Foran's in trouble too. Maybe a shoulder or a dislocated finger. The trainer's got to him.
Keep an eye on that one. That would be devastating for Foran. Or he looks in some discomfort, it must be said. Oh, gee whiz.
His first contact with was his shoulder, and it looks like it's transferred. Might be a stinger.
All right, we'll just keep an eye on that one. The first penalty comes. Foran, he only played 14 games this season for the Bulldogs.
He is one tough rooster, Kieran Foran. He went in low on the tackle of James Graham.
Make sure we're quick in the ruck.
Graham gets through the first initial contact, and here he comes in late. Let's have a look. And in he goes there. And Dr. Lama, give me your report.
My report at the moment is not good for Kieran Foran. Can't give you any specifics at the moment. Oh boy, it looks like he might have dislocated it, is the word we're getting from the sideline. Is that what you're hearing at the moment, Richie?
I'll make some investigations, my friend.
Thanks, mate.
But certainly it's not favourable. He looks in real discomfort.
Well, on the bench, Jerome Hughes is there. A lot of time for the Melbourne Storm in the halves this season, and very good too. So New Zealand do have an able backup there on the bench. What a wretched run he's had with injuries over the last few years, Darryl. And here he is in the 6th minute, can you believe? First test back in the Kiwis for 2.5 years, and that might be his day.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, there didn't seem to be a lot of actual effort, would you say, in the contact. It was just the placement of the arm. Perhaps it's happened initially in the bump off from James Graham. So you're right, the reshuffle. Jerome Hughes started the year at fullback for the Melbourne Storm. And then I think it was about round 12 or 13 he was promoted into the halves at the expense of Brodie Croft.
Not bad. He played 6 games in the halves for the Storm this season. Out of his 24. So you're pretty good, Darryl.
Hargraves. Now the effort on the outside was there from Tedavano with the offload. Nikarima.
Tedavano again. Very strong off the bench last week. Had a good game, didn't he? And I think he thoroughly deserves an opportunity to start. Joseph Tarpane. Good to see him back as well. He was a real nemesis for opposition defences in the NRL this year, and he's earned his team a penalty there. And this one's in a kickable position.
For sure. There's some real threat there on the right edge for the Kiwis, isn't there? If you start in the middle with Joseph Tarpane, and then you shift onto the speed of Britton Nakora, followed by Joey Manu in the centre position, there's some real athletic ability there.
Jermaine Isako is going to be the goal kicker in this game. Actually, might have said he was a little surprising not to see him goal kicking last week too, Darryl.
Yeah, had a good year this year with the Broncos. Sean Johnson had a mixed year, you would suggest, with the Cronulla Sharks. Jermaine gets his opportunity here.
Yeah,
I guess the ability last year of Sean Johnson with the boot on tour, he kicked 14 from 15 in 3 tests. Gave him the job. Now Sean Johnson today. Let's see how he goes with his first. And no problem into a little bit of a breeze. Goal kicking can be a little bit of a challenge here at Eden Park. It's been a nemesis for many.
Not you though, Darryl. Not you either.
We all have our problems, Glenn.
Yes, but goal kicking wasn't one of yours. Isako kicked at 79% this season in the NRL, and it's the Kiwis on the board 2-0 after 8 minutes. Just a couple of penalties going against Britain, the Great Britain team, and it's really been the only difference between these two sides at the moment. Both teams have completed at 100%.
Wait here. Go on.
I like the selection of Tetavano to start at the expense of Leeson Almal. Leeson's really got off the bench to keep the momentum of the game flowing. Tarpon it.
Again, solid contact.
He missed last week, courtesy of a suspension from the grand final.
It's good to have him back in the Kiwis jumper. Warrior Hargreaves looking for a bit of a more dominant run. Hodgson up for the task.
6 carries already for Jared.
It's Tetavano again. Good defence by Great Britain. They've limited the Kiwis to just 39 metres in the first 5 tackles of that set. Good defensive play there. Oh, the bounce a little bit dodgy there for Ryan Hall. But back he comes, the big ex-Leeds player.
Wasn't really a classic kick from Benji Marshall. Doesn't get it off the boot right. The strike not quite there. The ability to find a bit of space with Ryan Hall. And now a penalty.
These guys out here.
Is that a square up?
Jackson, Max there.
Hastings with the touch finder, 2 penalties to 1.
Let's get back.
Tom Burgess.
Solid over the top of Hargreaves.
He would have enjoyed that one. So would have Tarpanet as well. James Graham to the line. Running at Nikarima to Kenny Bromwich there to give his Kiwis teammate a hand. Slow play the ball too, isn't it? Hodgson away. Hodgson looking to put Burgess into space. This is looking better from Great Britain's point of view. Good field position here. Wood it to the line. Short pass might have been touched forward, but it's play on. And that's Bateman. Inside the 10. Hodgson. Back to Burgess again. Settle it down for the last play. Good post-contact metres from him. And now, Britain. Best field position for them in the game. There's a Bateman going for the line, and they're going to soak him up, and that will be a handover. Well, that's disappointing from Great Britain.
A little bit disappointing. They don't actually mind attacking on the last and giving the opposition the ball 2 metres out from the own line. It's actually better than kicking in goal, maybe it going dead, and offering a 7-tackle set from the 20. On that occasion, they just isolated Jerome Hughes, who was just back on the field defending in the position where Kieran Foran would have been, and they just wanted Bateman to have a crack at him. Did his job, Hughes.
So these are important metres for the Kiwis. Tuivasa Sheck.
Move, Zach, back with me, here. Hold. Go to.
In fact, with that shift around in the half, sorry, Glenn, as we see Jemana Sako come out of trouble. Jerome Hughes spent all Tuesday in bed. There was a little bit of a virus going around, so he's only really got himself back for the captain's run this week, so I'm not really sure how many minutes he'll play for.
Well, that will pose some issues around the halves area for the Kiwis later in the game. We'll see. Keep an eye on that one as Warrior Hargreaves. Kiwis moving it off their line pretty well here, and there's good front foot running ball for a kick from Benji Marshall, but Ryan Hall back in good position. No problem with this one. Benji goes backwards. He's a big lad, isn't he, Ryan Hall?
Nice fend on Benji Marshall, but he comes again. Gets some help from Britton Nakora. This is Lomax. Nice. Left foot step.
He's a very good runner, Johnny Lomax. St Helens player. Comes Whitehead.
Move up. Wait here. Go free. On the mark, Elliot.
McGilvray. Got an update on Kieran Foran. Let's go back to Richie. Richie.
Yes, Kieran Foran, he's got dislocated shoulder. He's been slown on the line down, trying to wiggle it back in, but it's taken some time, and it's unlikely that he'll be back on.
It's unfortunate for the Kiwis. Hastings just not even 6 minutes. As Hastings, yeah, that's a good change of a kick, and nicely gathered there by Asako. It's good hands.
Yeah, it was an interesting kick, wasn't it? Hastings positions himself on the right and kicks back across the ruck with a grubber kick. Good pick up from Asako. This is Joey Manu now getting the better of field position. Great Britain.
This feels like this Great Britain defence is getting a bit more sting in it. Both teams have only missed 2 tackles so far.
Wait, go free.
But again, not a lot of adventure with the ball from either team so far, Daryl.
Stand, Chris. Go.
We've seen no spread of the ball on the 4th tackle, the 5th tackle, for instance, yet.
Well, both teams are under certain instructions from their coaches that offloads don't win test matches, completions do.
Jared, give time.
So Marshall again, he continues to plug Ryan Hall. McGilvray hasn't had a kick receive on his side of the field yet. He's keen for some action now, Jermaine McGilvray, and here he is in action. He's going nowhere. Tarpany doesn't miss many, does he?
He loves a little run in behind the ruck. This is McGilvray. That's his go-to zone. If you can just break him beside a lazy defender. This is Zach Hardacre. Huddersfield Giants originally, Man of Steel 2015.
Yeah, of course, spent some time at the Penrith Panthers in 2018 as well as Hill. Hits the line, the front rower. Good impact off the bench coming too from Great Britain with Kerry Walmsley, or rather with Alex Walmsley. Here comes Lomax, McGilvray.
Good work from Chance from Cole Klokstad. Foreign position for him centre. Read that well.
Nice play now for Great Britain. It's Hodgson. Bateman. Oh, that, again, the last tackle play there. Where's that come forward off the Kiwis player? It has.
There's a good touch off the hands of Jerome Hughes here before Chance and Cole Klokstad dives on it. Some more football for the Great Britain Lions. Let's have a look. They go there once and then they shift and come back again with Hodgson. The target's Bateman. And there, does he pass it into Jerome Hughes or do they knock it out? Well, he's passed that. It's come off the forearm. He didn't play it at Jerome Hughes. I'd argue Chance and Cole Klokstad.
Yeah, but as soon as he's going around in that motion, he's played that. That's the interpretation, Jared. Okay, boys, back
It's
down.
interesting just to hear Jared Wairua-Hargreaves was just
Make sure you don't just
asking a quiet question there about whether Jerome Hughes played at the ball there, but
back down, lads.
referee Chris
Stay
Kendall
closer.
fairly clear in his explanation.
Heads in, Josh.
He did think
James,
he played
come
at
on.
the ball, so
All right, Gareth. Ball in.
it's going to be Britain's possession, and it's going to be Britain in very good field position.
One.
Tom Burgess at 5'8". You love that run.
Jared, hold. Hold. Go on.
Hodgson. A little bit more intensity coming in this running game now from Great Britain. Love to get the first try of this game. Remember, a suckle. He's the only score in the game so far, and now what will Great Britain do here?
Hands in.
To go for the two, and they have. Gareth Widdop, no hesitation from him.
So here, Elliot Whitehead with plenty of fight in the play the ball. He dominates this tackle with his own physicality. Two defenders, only just hanging on. In an effort to get up and play the ball. The Kiwis and give away a penalty.
So Widdop's lining up this kick here for Great Britain.
Such a gifted kicker as Gareth Widdop. Can actually kick off both feet. Ambidextrous. Possibly the best I've seen. Had this challenge with his right foot.
So Widdop will level the scores up after 17 minutes. 2 points all here at Eden Park. Don't forget we have the third game coming in our triple header later today. It's Tonga, and already plenty of their supporters here for this clash against Australia.
Just beware when you're in possession. Step into the
Plenty with belief too that they can topple Australia.
Stay behind.
That would be epic if it could happen. Right now, the Kiwis. 2-all. You have to say in these first 70 minutes, been a fairly quiet game. Oh, almost knocked on there by Hardacre, but no.
He got a hand to it. It went backwards. It's such a hard surface. If you get a bounce, you just got no idea where it's going to go. Shot from Jared. He's out of the line on Hill.
Tackle number 15 for him, and that was his best so far. Nicolima. It's just getting hammered by James Graham. Bateman runs at Jerome Hughes. Bateman, of course, played in the centres for England in the World Cup semi against Tonga 2 years ago. Now we've got a shift of the ball, which is good. Whitehead has it. A carry from Elliot Whitehead. Tarpany going head-to-head here to Canberra teammates. Widdop. Again, that's straight down the throat of Malmalo, who's looking into the sun. Malmalo Handles it nicely.
So much more comfortable under the high ball now, doesn't he, Ken Mamalo? He's had his challenges with it. He's composed. Great game last week. Just a couple of errors late.
You're contributing to that.
Very good. Last week from him. And Nickel Clockstead as well handled the centre position pretty well. His first major game in that position. Rhea Hargreaves. Another strong game from him so far in these first 19 minutes. But even no sniping from him at dummy half. Now here's a run on the fifth tackle. Tuivasa Sheck to Joseph Manu. Manu, is he going to stay in the field of play? He has just. Jermaine Asako helping his teammate out there. Here's the crossfield kick. Nickel Clockstead, Mamalo, McGilvray's done brilliantly. Not the tallest winger you'll see, Jermaine McGilvray, but he got it.
Couldn't quite get a clean grasp of it at Kent. Towers above McGilvray. McGilvray, well done. Nearly ripping it off. It was a good set of 6. So he ended up right down the right edge with Manu. Great Britain in for a bit of work.
Well, the Kiwis will love to force an error here. The League Lions so far have been error-free in this game. Wormsley smashed by Wairia Hargreaves.
Yeah, first change of the match as well.
Ooh, he's a bit sluggish to get up to. There's big Alex Wormsley. Oh, he has earned the penalty.
Give the penalty straight away. Why do you wait?
It's a flop from the Hargreaves. It's a crusher.
Time is Graham decides he wants to be ref as well. Let's have a look. In they go. Bang. Good contact from Marshall. He's fallen. And then when Jared comes over the top, this is what rugby league's all about, isn't it? Shifting momentum.
The first thing's a flop, then the rest get better.
And then Jared comes in to wrap up the football.
He's ruled that a flop. Is that what the penalty's for, Darryl? Richie, you got any ideas?
So late.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little bit of a flop, but I think he may have milked that. But I tell you what, the right side, I think just saw Benji come onto that ball. I think he'll ignite that right edge there, Benji, with the ability to play close into the line and provide that space and time for Joseph Manu.
Well, nothing in this match in this first quarter of the game. Stats very even. Right across the board. Just a one offload in the game so far. Isn't that interesting? After 20 minutes, just one offload. Here's Wormsley again. He was very good for England in the World Cup 2 years ago, and he's had a fractured neck since then as well. He's missed a lot of rugby league. Good to have him back here in New Zealand now. Bateman asking some questions of this Kiwis defence. Britain warming into their work nicely here. Here they go sprinting to Hastings. Good tackle from Britain Nakora. Stopped anything building. But this has been a good set of 6 so far from Great Britain. Widdop. Oh, nicely gathered there by Jerome Hughes.
Good scramble, D. Seemed to be plenty of space on the outside. As Gareth Widdop want to have that kick back again. Hughes in the right spot.
Just stuck, didn't it? Good work from him.
Almao onto the field. Lee Song.
Line speed just a touch. Suspect from Britain that time, and Nickel Clockstead. There goes Osako. He's need a bit of spark. Who's going to provide it? Here goes the kick. It's going straight down to Johnny Lomax. Here comes Lomax. Debuted against France back in 2016 for England. McGilvray. Rhea Hargreaves putting on a good stint. There's Foran. Remember, dislocated shoulder. Hopefully it's back in. He's looking a little bit more comfortable now. Placement out there for Great Britain. It's Josh Jones and the Salford Red Devils. Made it all the way to the Super League final this year. Did Salford. Here's Lomax. McGilvray in space. It's better from Britain that time. To see some backline play. They made 30 metres on that play, and one of the better sets of 6 we've seen in the match so far as Hardacre Slots into dummy half. Widdop try to find some space behind the line, and he's threaded the gap between Asako and Tuivasa-Sheck. And Jermaine Asako. That's great play from Great Britain, but Roger Tuivasa-Sheck has it. And the Kiwis have a penalty too.
Great play from Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Enough is an offload here from Jermaine Asako. As the Great Britain side picks him up and drives him back into the in-goal area. Look and see how the ball comes out. Jermaine struggling to get to the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he just rips it off him.
That's a strip.
It's a one-on-one strip by your own teammate. Nice transfer. And then across the top comes Jake Connor. Too high. Roger the Dodger.
Congratulations to Adam Blair. It's all official now. He's out there, and he's in his 50th test for New Zealand. And Armau, his Warriors teammate.
Tough period for the Kiwis here to dig in. Great Britain getting the better of them just at this stage.
Bromwich. Oh, he's lost it. And there is an error, and that will be the first incomplete set in the game. We had it after 24 minutes.
A bit of a thought process about possibly this man, Kenny Bromwich, playing hooker. The expense of Brandon Smith as the week evolves for the Kiwis. Who's left on the left edge.
He's going for the ball at the back.
Getting away on there with
Swansea,
in there.
He's a big lump of a lad, isn't he?
Got a really good hit and twist. Gets through the first couple of defenders.
Get closer.
It's a quick play the ball.
He's a fantastic player.
Out.
Deal to bring off the bench Lomax. Kiwi's going to have to watch him. He's got some elusive skills with those legs. Walmsley. Kiwi's had no field position in the last 10 minutes at all. Playing their game in their own half pretty much. 61% of the time they've been in their own half in this first 25 minutes. Hodgson, it's a nice show and a move to the left. Like that play. Hodgson at his best. Adam Blair. Slows it again down for the Kiwis, now the 217s. Good tackle from Blair on Walmsley. Last play now for Great Britain. Widdop. Lomax, lovely hands, McGilvray. No room for the air, and the two Kiwis there wrap him up pretty comfortably as it turned out.
And they apply pressure here. Not too much time and space for the execution for Great Britain. And they come up well. The good defensive read. Mamalo comes in. And then he's got numbers with Nickel Klokstad coming across the back. How do they transition? This is tackle 2.
The Kiwis have been playing a lot out of their own half, haven't they, Richie? No real chance for them to do something special.
No, Great Britain keeping it very simple but yet effective. The Kiwis just got to roll their sleeves up. There's not much variation to their play, but they've just got to play percentage football and get to the kick.
It's been ruled to go backwards.
Yeah, bit of a lucky break there.
Well, that's gone forward off Manu onto that British player, and that will be British possession at a scrum.
So now that is back-to-back errors for the Kiwis.
I thought that one went back.
Romain Bennett was giving his interviews before the game. He was talking about building pressure. He's a happy camper at the moment. Michael Maguire, not so. So this is the attack to the right with Johnny Lomax. He's put under so much pressure by Ken Mamalo. And then see the numbers coming across. Leeson Almal drops it out the back from here. Benji shifts it. Joey Manu, is it? Or Britton McCora, should I say. Give a no-look pass to Joey Manu. This wasn't a good one.
Gives the opportunity for Britain to come forward again in the Kiwis half.
Go on, chucking him in.
Just a couple of penalties in the game to Asako and to Gareth Widdop.
Stand! Square.
More movement on the bench. James Graham, the captain, off.
On comes Joe Philbin from the Warrington Wolves, the Challenge Cup winners this year.
Wait! Lisa, here! Wait! Go free.
Jones is playing the ball. Here comes Walmsley again. Tuivasa-Sheck in there to make a tackle. Cora finishes him off. Hodgson, there's room on the left here. That's good play. Lomax getting close to the line. Appeals for a high tackle there. Go unanswered by referee Chris Kendall. Last play, Hastings to Woodham. Woodham looking for some space, but again, the Kiwis have defended those kicks very well in this match so far.
Just as Tonga did last week. These are the plays that Wayne Bennett was alluding to. Not quite getting the last play options with the kicking game right. It's 2 in the last 4 sets of 6 down here for Gareth Woodham. He didn't come up with a play.
A lot of tackling being done by both teams. Graham sits down with 20 tackles already. Hodgson's made 19. Nikarima, haven't seen him run from dummy half yet. Maria Hargreaves, 23 tackles, 9 carries, 60 metres. That's a good stint. There he is again.
He's had some supports as well.
Josh here. Hold. Don't go and let go.
I wonder how Nikarima's legs will be late in this game, having been in Queenstown all week.
Play on, all okay.
There's Lomax, plenty of green pasture in front of him, but great tackle there from Britton Nakora.
Least 10 metres. Wait. Go on.
Britain, first time in quite some time we've seen them bring it out from their own end of the field.
Move, Kenner, go to.
But they've been error-free so far. There's the other centre, Jake Connor. Haven't seen too much of him so far from Hull. Here comes McGilvray. Last play the ball. Great Britain rolling forward nicely here. Here's Feldman getting stuck in. The Irish international.
He so works so well, doesn't he, Hodgson?
Beautifully done again. Gives Hastings so much time to put the kick in, but again, fairly comfortably taken. Oh, it's gone backwards. Kiwi's a bit lucky there as Manu picks up the loose ball. Manu now busts a couple of tackles.
Jemana Sako's back down. Come out real awkwardly there. Let's keep an eye on him.
Looks okay. He certainly doesn't look like he's in any real strife like Kieran Ford was, who has been scrubbed from the game with that dislocated shoulder. Tuivasa Shek. Here comes Wairia Hargreaves on Walmsley.
Move, Josh, here. Jackson. Go for
tackles left in the set. There's a kick on the 5th tackle from Hughes. Chance for Malmalo to chase one. Malmalo up there on McGilvray.
Seems like an age since they've had them pinned down here. Let's see if they can stop 1 and 2 tackles. This is Lomax. Do they hold him up and pick him backwards?
Move, square, Jared, wait.
This game is itching for someone to break something. Right, Richie?
Tell you what, it's different. Yeah, I'm just watching Foz just now, and you know, he's still in real distant company. He won't be coming on for sure, but certainly with what their defensive qualities for Great Britain is fantastic, particularly against our back three. And Tuivasa Shek and Mamalo, they're doing an extremely good job just to nullify their yards.
Yeah, Tuivasa Shek hasn't had much space. Still run for 71 metres though. It's inside the 40, but he's not going for a 40-20 there. It's Widdop. Malo hits the line nice and hard that time.
Sets the sights, charges straight at the defensive line. 30 minutes of football, no offloads for Great Britain. Have a breeze behind them. Maybe their second half tactics will be different. Here's an offload, a late one as well. Tuivasa Shek. Now starting to find some field position, the Kiwis.
He pitched a good 15 there from that offload. And Nikarima from dummy half. Here comes Armau. He's making good metres on this set so far. Maria Hargreaves handles. And it comes into the backs. Nakora looks to link up with Joseph Manu. Opportunity for him to get that big arm going.
Needed to get that ball earlier, didn't he, Joseph Manu?
Yeah, get him running in some space. Adam Blair. Blair's lost it. Surely that's going to be a loose carry. It isn't. Oh, no, late call has come there from Chris Kendall, the referee.
He's got that from a touchy, for sure.
It's lost backwards initially from Adam, and then you.
Let's have a look.
That's the call.
Adam Blair goes into some pretty heavy contact, backs in like he does, and then tries the offload, which comes out no problem. And here he's ruled that Cody's knocked on. Please.
Thanks, mate. Okay, good, Britain. Keep working out in the 10s, Alex. Listen, good. Listen, good on the 10. Keep working hard. Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Well, we've had no repeat sets generated, no line dropouts. No real try-scoring opportunities at all in this first half.
Okay, Jackson, ball in, mate.
Being very conservative play from both teams.
Hold! Release Adam! Hold, go on.
Gilvray plays the ball and the referee's going to award a penalty for offside play. This might just give the impetus for Great Britain late in this first half.
Side. Back we get. Jerome.
They'll move right into Kiwis territory again. At the end of the set. There's Chris Hill back out there now for a second stint.
Move, Jared! Wait, Cody! Wait!
So another Warrington player. Philbin's hitting the line nice and hard again. It's a good run.
Good pace. Good energy.
24-year-old. Away goes Hodgson. Gets his team on the front foot nicely. Hastings, good pass. It's been lost by Whitehead. Now, what can Manu make of this? Not much.
Held! Release 0.
That'll be the first error that Great Britain have come up with. Sako gets himself back into the action. They seem to have good attacking shape, don't they? Can't quite crack the Kiwi defence as of yet. A good sign.
Nice play,
Lovely ball from Nikarima.
Here's Tuivasa-Sheck. Oh, he's just a magician.
Would you like to track that run?
No thanks. Waria Hargreaves in the complete opposite running style, just one way. Now pretty much the same, although he does have some footwork too.
Move, Chris! Here, Josh. Hold. Go.
A pass from Nikarima to give Tuivasa-Sheck some space. Marshall to Blair. Blair does hold the ball for the last play, and now Marshall runs onto that beautifully. Here comes Nikora. But ad-lib football here from the Kiwis. Corey Harawira-Naira. He will be tackled with the ball and be turned over.
This is the footwork of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. His 7th run for the day. Carts him up towards nearly 90 metres. So dangerous. How many defenders he engages in that run.
Well, I always think our camera operator, who's at ground level, needs a gold medal to actually keep up with Tuivasa-Sheck. Kevin Proctor, part of the Kiwi setup, of course, not required in this game here today. A tackle coming in there from Hill.
Good line speed also. Harawira-Naira.
Philbin this time, Harawira-Naira looking to make up that mistake with on the last play. Last time the Kiwis had possession. A couple of tackles from Corey Harawira-Naira. There is Hill. Oh, he's just passed it straight to a black jumper. And it's Nikora. A complete communication breakdown, so a couple of errors creeping into Britain's game late in this first half.
New Zealand are really bunched in the middle of the football field here. Where's their structure? I know they lost a half and foreign, so Jerome Hughes step up to the plate to play some football with Benji Marshall here.
Blair. Marshall, nice to the line. Hughes, this is looking better. Tuivasa-Sheck. Plenty of British players over there. Offload, and a good one it was too. Nickel Clockstad. Mamalo at dummy half. Long pass to Hughes. Now to Marshall. Maria Hargreaves will settle it down for the last play. And we look for the offload. That's a lovely play. Blair. Gee, a try. Right on half-time would be golden for the Kiwis here. Hughes, fast hands to Manu, to his Kiwis teammate, and Hall has it. Ryan Hall won't have the pace. Gee, if that was Josh Adokar, I think it might have been a try at the other end of the field.
How many people were holding their breath? Where was the cavalry coming from? Joey Manu, a lovely bust back through the middle here. Offloads to Jerome Hughes, and this pass here, oh my goodness, away they go. And then here, late, let's have a look at it. Go through Joey again. Finally, Ryan Hall.
Well, it's actually been ruled a penalty there, Richie. I think it might have been tripped, actually, Ryan Hall there.
Possibly. I tell you what, it's pretty reserved style of football, isn't it, from the Kiwis? When they start offloading, they look more menacing. Pity about the last pass, but certainly more enterprising when they offload and create that second phase.
There's Jones. A run from Josh Jones here.
Movement! Can't wait!
Moving from Salford to Hull next season. That's a beautiful pass, wasn't it? From Hodgson, but that tackle was an absolute ripper from Adam Blair on Joe Philbin. That's what you want from your veteran 50-test player. Win it! Injects himself nicely into the line.
And now the last play.
Big play here in the context of this first half. Oh, Hardacre one-on-one with Nickel Clockstead to Ivasa Sheck. Well, there was a slight opportunity there for Hardacre. Looked for an offload, but he didn't have a support runner.
Didn't really have any pace or attack the line. Was just standing still. Made it a really easy defensive opportunity for Nicole Clockstead. Ken Marlow bites back in behind. Goes to his front. New Zealand will be keen to get to the sheds at 2-all. Just 30 seconds to go.
Both penalties coming inside the first quarter. It's going to win tonight.
Move Jackson back!
Nikarima. Blair, who's actually made some good impact off the bench. Benji Marshall to Manu. Manu! Marshall! The Sacco there! It's picked up superbly by Joseph Manu. What a pickup! And he's lost the ball, and it won't be a penalty to the Kiwis. It's going to be ruled a loose carry.
Oh, what about the skill of Joseph Manu? We thought they might have called it quits. He has got a penalty here, has he? Or has he called half-time? He's walking away from the area where he was.
So it will be half-time.
This is the bust here, the one-on-one fend. Just beautiful work, and then a lovely bit of skill and a pick-up here. Benji Marshall would have scored 7 years ago here. Hastings chased him, and then that pick-up there. Superb. And what happens here? A clean loss.
Well, there it is, half-time. An exciting end of the first half, but it's ended a stalemate. It's 2-all. New Zealand playing with the wind in the second half of this international. 2-all.
Surrender!
This will be a very interesting first 5 or 10 minutes in this second half. If either of these teams can crack the defence, or if the other could be the decisive play in this match. It's Chris Hill. Heads up towards his own 30. Very experienced player. He's playing his 31st test right here. Takes it forward. Hodgson. It's Philbin. Still runs hard at the line, doesn't he? He's got smashed a couple of times, but he doesn't care.
Good body shape, isn't he?
Here's the kick from Jackson Hastings. Sacco. It's a not bad kick there from Hastings. The chase, though. And Sacco to run a little bit further, perhaps, than I'd expected.
Meters are reasonably hard to come by as Kemba Marlow comes charging back up through the middle. Last week the Kiwis only managed 45 metres per set of 6. Here, this is a better start. This is 3, and Roger comes back. We started on the 30. There's 35 already.
Nikarima, poor pass that time. Picked up. Blair has lost it, in fact. It's going to be a knock-on. That's disappointing on just the third tackle.
Disappointing thing here is with the lack of halves. No Kieran Foran to partner Benji Marshall. Where was the half in this play? This is the end of it. It skips across field and Adam Blair can't tidy up. After a good run or good 3 to play the balls, there was no half in position to set the attacking structure. It was a good ball too.
Okay, Josh. Leeson, head in. Let's go, John.
Well, it's just the error that Great Britain were looking for early in this second half.
I'll tell you when. Head in. Stay close, Benji. Head in.
Mind you, Kieran Foran out of the game with a dislocated shoulder.
Out!
McGilvray. That's the bus tackles. Jerome Hughes wearing 14, coming on in the 6th minute. Play in the halves. Chris Hill, hit nice and hard by several Kiwi players.
Hold, Jared! Hold!
Hill is workmanlike as ever in the front row for Great Britain in this game as Bateman asks questions again of this Kiwis defence. In fact, that's been a net loss that time. That tackle.
Wait! Go through.
Sometimes as Hodgson looks to make up for it, and here comes Lomax.
Move, Jerome! Joseph! Go for.
Hardacre. Hill again. Second carry for him in this set. And now it's the last tackle.
You're back. Hold. Go last.
His tackle kicking hasn't been great so far from Britain. They keep it in hand this time. Fast hands were required. Hardacre, is he going to die with the ball? He is.
Last tackle turnover.
Again, they were really keen to go to the right edge of Great Britain, which is the left of the Kiwis, obviously. Jerome Hughes and Cody Nikarima defending together, along with Chance Nicole Klogstedt. They are all not left edge players. They're doing a good job. Hardacre probably needs to show a bit more aggression on his running lines and his last play options.
Yes, maybe that is the attacking play there for Britain. We're going to attack some players on that left edge for the Kiwis, but they're all going okay. Here's Wairia Hargreaves again.
Does he play a straight 10 here before he gets a breather in the second half?
Come back for maybe the last 15-20 minutes. We'll see as Nakora comes back on that cutback run. Tuivasa-Sheck hovering around the ruck.
That's good work, isn't it? Set play back against the grain. Roger supporting.
And Blair. Last tackle for the Kiwis. Nikarima. Marshall in position. That's an ugly kick. It's got an awful bounce.
There's good pressure on him from Chris Hill, would you believe? Benji Marshall. So important the kicking game here for the Kiwis. He is our only kicker on the field now, Benji Marshall. So everything will revolve around him and last play options.
Let's have a look. And Richie, what do you think the Kiwis need to be focusing on in the early stages of the second half?
Well, patience one. There's a 7-2 errors, which is a real concern for the Kiwis. And the territory, they were starved in the first half. They had 10% less. And when they're in good ball, they've had opportunities for Benji to really to strike on their right edge. But those are the key areas. Discipline, certainly.
I love the energy from Philbin off the bench.
Oh, I like his aggression. He's straight at it, isn't he? Straight into the teeth of Blair and Hargreaves.
Play for Ireland at the World Cup. Will Bateman. He's well to hold it eventually.
He's been quiet.
That one around the chops there, it seems, to Philbin. Passes the ball this time. Now this is looking better for Great Britain. Hastings has his hands back off Whitehead. Now Lomax sniffing around the ruck. He's happy to let Whittam run at them. Hardacre. Now will be tackled on the Kiwis' 20-metre line on the last play. Hodgson. Again, the British team keep it on that left edge, and Tuivasa-Sheck back in position. Tuivasa-Sheck proving difficult to tackle as always.
Again, they show one side of the ruck and then attack down the other. Nice and direct here from Corey Harawira-Naira.
It's Malmalo running with a bit more urgency now.
Got a good 6-7 steps in before he hit the defensive line there, Ken. A bit more space being afforded to both sides here in the second half.
It's an offload from Wairia Hargreaves. Nikarima. Now Hughes runs. Michael Klogstedt. Nice net gain from the Kiwis on that play. From the offload originally from Wairia Hargreaves. Now Blair. He's again on the 5th tackle. Now it's the last. Kiwis will chase this one through off Marshall's kick. Ryan Hall, up he goes, and he's taken it nicely.
Ryan Hall's very, very good under the high ball. The object here is to contest Once these high balls go up, when you've got the breeze at your back, it is so important to contest them. Get a hand up, knock it backwards. Don't let the opposition come up with a clean catch. Here's McGilvray.
McGilvray.
Now Benji Marshall's got a little bit of a hobble about him.
So we'll keep an eye on him. Whitehead pleads for a penalty. Thought he was hit high again. As Jones heads over the 40. So looks like he's running. The issue he has off at the moment. Looks okay for the meantime as well. It's the last play. Tuivasa-Sheck will have acres, hectares of pasture here. In fact, Sako is going to take the return.
It's a good run too from Jermaine. And you believe he may play fullback next year at the Brisbane Broncos. He's getting Mamalo.
Well, just on that, there's a bit of a whisper that Jordan Kahu might end back up at the Broncos, the former Kiwis international. Back down from the Cowboys. Keep an eye on that one.
Josh Jones, wait for the goal.
Tuivasa-Sheck up. Here he goes, Roger. One to beat. Oh, the offload was absolutely brilliant. Jermaine Sako with the try. And what a ripper.
Roger Tuivasa-Sheck take a bow. Something special. He's been creating havoc all through the middle here this afternoon. 140 metres already. And then he finds some space down the right. And this is the edge that's owned by Joey Manu. They stand off him. And here, one-on-one with Lomax. Lomax does a really good job. I thought Jermaine Sako could have got to him a little earlier. He sort of missed the beat. But the tackle of Lomax gives Roger Tuivasa the chance to flick it out the back. And wow. Sako.
What a brilliant try from the Kiwis. And that could be decisive, Richie Barnett.
Absolutely decisive. Alex Wamsley wasn't the opposing defender you want from a Great British point of view. But Roger Tuivasa-Sheck has just been dominant right throughout this whole match. He's edged his way through a number of occasions. And Osaka was the recipient of some great footwork from this man. I don't know how he got that ball out. I thought he was going to draw and pass, having that peripheral vision of his, but he does that all the time, the ability just to flick that pass at the right moment. Incredible play.
His first try for New Zealand, Jermaine Sako, in his 4th game. Kicked here yesterday afternoon in a really heavy breeze and goes across the face of goal with that one.
The wind didn't help him to convert his own
Be
try.
important that kick, Glenn, in a low-scoring match.
One more look at it. It was just classic Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, but that there, boy, that takes some skill. Kiwis claim the lead. A little bit uncertain there, wasn't it, from Manu?
He was setting himself on the sideline, Joey Manu, to put a foot on the sideline as he catch the forlorn face of Kieran Foran.
Clear the rock. Clear the rock.
Whitehead not clearing the ruck properly.
Not clearing the rock. Stay behind.
So penalty, this is just a ticket for the Kiwis, isn't it? They've just scored a try. Now they've got penalty and a set that's going to start on the halfway. Great Britain are going to have to grind this one out over the next few minutes.
Move, Tom. Alex, here. Hold.
The Kiwis would love nothing more than back-to-back tries. There's Blair. He's provided good impact off the bench, you'd have to say, in his 50th test. Nikarima. Jerome Hughes. Now,
Starting to get a little bit of shape here. Out to the left, and then Almal dropped off back under. They hit the channel.
Tom Burgess and James Graham back out there now. Maria Hargreaves kicking on the 4th tackle. Well, that's Nakora playing football, and that is football, a try! Goodness me!
Interesting to see what they're looking at here.
Hey, yeah, James, we're going to check it, James.
Even if it
that was
ricochets
tackle
into a
3.
Great Britain player.
We have a
let's listen.
try.
Okay.
Just make sure there's, James, thank you. Just make sure there's no knock-on by New Zealand, please.
Okay, too easy. Video ref to director.
It was a horrible kick from Benji Marshall.
Hey, Dean, I'm going to need to go back to the first kick because I'm going to need to play the insides first, and then we're going to need to go slow through
One
there,
area,
please,
I thought
mate.
he'd been hobbling around, so let's have a look
Okay,
at it.
I'm going to get you to pause it on the boot. All right, pause it there, yep. All right, right side kick chase is onside, so let's follow it through.
The referee, Henry Perenara.
Okay, I need a tighter shot to see if Britton Nakora has touched the ball, please, mate. So maybe 6 or 8. No, it'll come from that side.
There's no problem with the gather and the put down, we know
Okay,
that.
we'll go
It's
nice
just
and
this
slow
bit
from
here.
here, mate.
Yeah, this is it here when it goes into the back.
Go nice and slow
Jackson
from here.
Hastings, does he get a hand to it there?
James, it's being
Yep, yep. Okay, Britton Nakora has knocked the ball on. Okay, can we go wide, please, Dean? Just so I know where the knock-on is.
So just a little pinky on there from Britton Nakora, unfortunately for Michael
Yep, so we'll
Maguire.
just follow through from here. Yeah, okay. Britton Nakora's knocked the ball on. We have a decision. Barbie, we're going to be going to the board. It is going to be a no try, a scrum, 20 metres out. England ball, mate.
Great skills from Nakora at the end, but it's no try.
There's a verbal stoush going on too.
Scrum down, boys.
Out there on the field between James Graham and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Exchanging birthday cards or Christmas cards.
Kick. At full pace, it looked good, didn't it, Richie? But this touch here.
Sometimes it works for you, those kicks, particularly those Benji Marshall's ability to swing that ball around. James Graham was blowing up at the ref. Funny that.
Yeah.
Held! Ruiz
Not a bad option from Benji at the end, was it?
Go on.
There's a kick on the fourth tackle. It's paid off. There's Tom Burgess. Survives.
Move, Jared!
Who's going, the captain?
Wait! Go,
Oh, this Great Britain team, they need to find something. Walmsley, that's a good run.
Held! Ruiz, Jared!
Pretty much second phase play, this Great Britain team on attack, are they, Daryl? 4 offloads and no line breaks. 12 offloads for the Kiwis now and 2 line breaks.
Held! Ruiz, again!
Nice play now, Graham. Good hands from Hodgson.
Alex, give time!
See if Britain can regather this one.
Down.
Kit's just a little bit too long, wasn't it?
Asako up, uncontested. So the trend continues. Hastings was this time with the last play option. This is Joey Manu. The stop-start nature of this game works for the interchange of Michael Maguire in particular around Jared Waerea-Hargreaves. Maybe he plays longer.
Marcus, side by side.
And now a penalty as well. So it was 3-all on the penalty count earlier in the game.
Side by side.
For a couple of straight ones to England. Now the Kiwis get on top 6-5.
And I think these penalties have come at important times for the Kiwis. We saw that penalty, previous penalty coming off the try, Darryl, and now this one as Britain just started to get a little bit more field position. Now they've lost it again.
That was a big kick from Asako. He's peeled off 50 metres with that. 30 of in play. Tarpane leads with the side of his body.
He'll be back out there for the end of the game now. Tetavano won't be far behind him as well. There's Lisan Amar.
2. Move, James! Hold! Go to.
Nakarima at dummy half. Lovely pass that time out to Marshall. This is looking better. Nakora hits the line nice and hard off Hughes' pass. Fast fade to play the ball is required now as Hughes slots into dummy half for that one. Now Marshall. Adam Blair cuts back again.
4. Move, James! Wait!
James Graham in there. Competitor, isn't he? Here comes Marshall. Nice line run by Harawira. Did he get it down? I think he could have got that down.
This is a particularly good take from Corey. Again, we go upstairs.
H, that was tackle 4. We have no try. Just check the grounding, please, Nick. Yes.
So grounding is the only issue.
Right, we just need
There was plenty of support
vision on
runners
the
here
ball to
from
see if
everywhere.
the
Their
ball
attack was really good.
grounded
Cody
in the goal, please,
Nikarima
mate.
couldn't get to the right to play dummy
No try
half.
happening.
So Jerome Hughes steps up to the plate. And as it folds over to the left, he doesn't get it down there, does he? Yes, he does.
That looks like it's down there, mate. Can we go back and have a look? Have we got another angle on that, please, mate? We've got Corey Harawira-Naera.
So the voice of Henry Perenara is suggesting that the ball is on the ground.
Go back. Can we go back to that? And we're going to pause it on the ground, please, mate.
It will be last.
Yep. So we're going to go slow here. We're going to go slow, slow, slow. The other side shows it better, mate. So it looks down there. We need to see it on the other side, please, bud.
So they'll take their time to get this
we
one
go.
right. It's
Corey
so important.
Harawira-Naera grounds the ball in the in goal. We're sending it to the screen for a try, Barbie.
There we are. Good news for the Kiwis. A second try in the second half. And it's going to be a debut try for Corey Harawira-Naera.
Wow. Fantastic work. A great line from Corey Harawira-Naera. The last time he played here for the Bulldogs, he had to get 90 tickets for his family to come to the game. Unfortunately, his dad and his whānau had to work up north there, and they're not here today. But they'll all be going off and jumping up and down. Don't worry about that. Debut last week, try scorer this week. Good effort.
Auckland-born player, but hails really from the north, doesn't he? This is good determination, Richie Barnett.
It certainly is, Glenn. Fantastic work, good lead drive through. Loves, runs great lines. Happy. His hooker was superb in the match. But he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's from the far north.
He just didn't give up the fight, did he? 3 Great Britain defenders on top of him. Still found a way.
Asako has the easiest kick of the afternoon for him here. And he makes no mistake, and now that lead is looking very good for the home team, and it's 12 points to 2.
I've got to say, Glenn, this crowd is building nicely too. A lot of red and white. Can't spot any green and gold.
Oh, there'll be a few here. Yes, by the time kick-off for the final match here at 7:40, there's been predictions of up to 30,000 being in here at Eden Park for this match, and that would be absolutely superb. It would be a crowd figure that would equal what we got at the semi-final between Tonga and Great Britain 2 years ago. Nakora.
So athletic, isn't he? Britain Nakora, the youngest player in the Kiwi jersey. Just a couple of years younger than Jermaine Asako, 23, he's 21.
Inside the 40, and there goes Marshall, quite happy to give it back to Britain. And Johnny Lomax up to the 40. Well, someone needs to spark something here for this British team, Daryl.
Well, they have plenty of ball players. Let's see if they can get to play the ball speed. Wow, there's some contact there. Tarpania says, have a look at my right shoulder. I'm coming.
Probably wake up in the middle of the night and see it as well.
And he goes in low there again. Good effort, back-to-back from Tarpania.
He's lifted his defensive intensity this year big time. Now a bit more adventure from the league lines. If Bateman can get an offload to McGilvray there, McGilvray might have got a way off that sideline. Hardacre at dummy half. Messy play the ball. Stop the momentum. Hastings.
He loves to skip to the outside here, Jackson Hastings. It's his favourite run. He's got a right foot on the other side, but to the left he just skips and goes.
Woodard likes to measure this kick. Oh, it's gone forward there off Whitehead. He didn't know. Had no Kiwis player back there.
I know we've mentioned it before, but these last play options, you've got to really start questioning Great Britain. I mean, he's such a talented kicker as Gareth Woodard.
On the 10.
And on that occasion, a short 10 to 15 metre kick without trying to roll it in the in-goal area.
From Whitehead and James Graham. And that has hurt Jermaine Asako.
Been in the walls a little bit here today, hasn't he, Jermaine? I thought he's run the ball really, really well. He's been aggressive from the back. He's been provided a little bit of space to skip to the inside. Elliot Whitehead. Let's see what sort of contact he comes up with.
A bit of pressure on the neck here.
And the initial contact.
Didn't look to be much in that, did it? No. Just the initial there.
Solid contact there. And he winces, you can see already. And then the body of Elliot Whitehead comes down on top, but doesn't really trap him.
It might have just been initial contact around the head there.
Speaking of tickets, Jermaine Osako will need some tickets for next week. He's family in Christchurch.
He will, Bodie.
Wait for me, wait.
Maybe Jermaine should have a chat to Louis Brown, because Louis has got plenty of connections down there. He could probably get half the stadium. Louis could talk himself into it, couldn't he?
This is Harawira Naira.
Move, Alex! Wait. Goes.
There's the try scorer, Rory Harawira-Naira. To Vasashek in the corner.
They've lifted their game a bit here. Great Britain indeed.
Kiwis, oh dear, that's a bad miss there from Adam Blair.
Yep, this is one you don't want to have on your 50th, Adam Blair. Been asked to play some pretty big minutes here today, such is the nature of the game, and the nature of the bench. Gets a good look at it. Gets a good look at the opposition. You've got to say, Cody Nikorima has nearly clocked up 40 tackles. I just wonder whether hooker could be a role he might fill in years to come.
Yeah, especially at the Warriors. Here comes Lomax. And he passes out to Wood. Good tackle coming in there from Ken Malmola. That's another feature of his play, hasn't it? That's really come up nicely as his defence. He's how to read those plays now. Wormsley. Alex Wormsley.
Stand to hold. Alex on the mark. Go, back you go.
Graham. This is looking better. Hastings. Graham taken late there. And I think Tardy got it late.
He wants a bit of... He can actually be pulled up here if this explodes, which it has. Joseph Darpanet ironed out James Graham.
Well, Graham's been frustrated basically the whole game.
I've forgotten to tell you that was just a tad late. Let's have a look.
Yeah, take him apart.
This is it. He shapes to pass.
Johnny,
he's
just take him out
exposed,
now.
and that's in slow-mo. So even in slow-mo,
John,
that's a little
just go
bit
behind
late.
the 20,
But when you
please.
put it in full frame,
Behind the 20, please. Jackson, just take him
and
back.
then he didn't walk away.
Time off. Yeah, I've got a penalty on field for the hit on James Graham.
Penalty suffice, I would say.
What's that?
He come under a little bit of criticism at the nines,
Got
Joseph
anything?
Tarpany, with a couple of his tackling techniques, and he's really spent some time in the 2 weeks
I can't
since
see anything being thrown here, mate.
sorting it out.
Unless you...
Been
Barbie,
on
have you
song.
got anything different? I can't see anything
In
different.
my view, it's just pushing and shoving. I'm going to speak to James Graham strongly about running in there.
Yep, okay,
I'm
mate.
just going to go over penalty. Yeah.
Well, the only issue could be Graham running in
Barbie,
from a
so you got
distance
Joseph Tarpany,
to react like that.
Joseph!
James
throwing
Graham.
punches.
What's that, sorry?
Joseph Tarpany and James Graham.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, no, stop.
All right.
It's Joe
hang on,
Tarpany.
mate. We'll just end the review, mate.
Yep. No, we'll just go with that, mate. You've got Joseph Tarpany and James Graham.
Yep. All right, Benji Joseph.
So maybe some stern words for Mr. Graham and Mr. Tarpany.
Okay, it's a penalty against you, mate. You need to be very, very careful in those circumstances. Yeah, but it's late, the ball is gone, you need to be very, very careful.
Question.
Right. Yeah, go on, Benji.
So as long as I've been playing the game, the guy who's third man in runs, instigates
it's not
it.
third man in,
Hang on.
Benji.
He chased them.
Benji, no.
He chased them
Benji,
from 15 metres away. Have a look.
It's a penalty, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. James.
Would he make a good lawyer, Benji? He said, now,
James.
lie down here.
Benji,
As long as I've been playing.
If it was you, it'd be different.
Benji, I don't need you now. I don't need you now.
Hang on.
Back with your team, please. James.
QC barrister,
James,
Benji.
I've blown a
Marshall.
penalty on field. I don't need you then running in. Be careful about what you're doing, okay? It's a penalty.
James Graham. Well, look, he would make a pretty good lawyer too. He's been full of chatter the whole game. So after that detailed analysis, we come back to the original penalty. And now there's some sting in this Kiwis defence, and it's Burgess who gets Tarpany and Tetavano. Hastings Now Bateman comes back. Harold Clark out there too, wearing 16 now. Walker for Warrington.
Wait, John, get John Bateman. John.
Corey Harawira-Naera, lucky not to be penalised there. The referee's going to allow it to continue. What a mess that was.
John Bateman.
Well, it's on again here now. Corey Harawira-Naera, I don't think he could get out of there. Otherwise, he would have rolled away. And now everyone wants to get in there. So, it's such a tense game. Things always boil over.
Separate.
Let's have a look here.
Separate.
Corey Harawira-Naera
Please, we'll deal with it. Thank you.
grabs a hold of Josh Bateman, and Bateman's trying to get on. He's
All right. So we've got John Bateman.
Yeah.
copped
At
the
the
whack
start.
in the eye to start with.
And then you've got Corey who's lying in the ruck, which was from the penalty, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, mate. Time off.
Then Roger, Barbie. So then Roger and John Bateman are pushing and shoving. Okay, mate. You need to talk to both captains.
Yeah.
If this continues, you will be setting them down. Okay.
So the first penalty is going against Bateman. Is that what? H, are we saying the first penalty is against Bateman?
No, you've already got your first penalty,
Right.
mate.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
You already have.
James.
I actually think that's been well handled again by the officials.
Okay, the penalty is
got a little bit of the frustration
if we
all
have
out
any
of the
more of that
system here.
nonsense, players are going to be sat down.
And now we
But
need
James,
to see a bit of football.
James, clear. Yeah, clear.
The one's doing it.
All right.
Time back on.
So it is penalty to Britain again. Walmsley. Oh, solid contact.
Move now, square! Hold.
These British players will be
Hold. Stopping him in.
lining them up. And there's another penalty. Surely against Tenavano this time, but not given. Close call there. Hastings.
Move, get square!
Oh, lit the fuse in this second half.
Wait! Go to.
Clark it is.
Tackle in.
Plenty of Kiwis in there looking for some dominant tackles. Nakora it was.
Go through.
As this game suddenly come alive, Burgess hit nicely. Great offload from Tom Burgess.
Move, good red ball!
Is that Adam Blair on Burgess? Sending him backwards.
Go for.
Clark at dummy half, Graham. Would it.
You don't need that.
That's a great chase. Good line speed from the Kiwis.
Tackle from Marshall, was it? No. Tenavano.
Last play here. Lomax to McGilvray.
Turnover on the
And that's going to be a Kiwis ball not played at, is the ruling.
What a great set of six in defence from the Kiwis. Take a bow. Players coming out of the line, and then players coming with them as well. Harawira-Naera maybe in for a HIA. The passing here, well, this is a shot to start with from Joseph Tarpany on Burgess, followed by Corey Harawira-Naera. And they flow right out to the right edge. Gareth Woodop is towelled up by Zane Tenavano. That was good to watch.
Joseph Tarpany turned into a defensive machine this season, Daryl.
Let's go, Vine. Head in. Head in, Johnny.
Probably of Newcastle before finding a nice home in Canberra.
Out, time of con. One. Move, James.
17 minutes to play, Richie. Not much action on the field, but certainly plenty of action.
Well, certainly needed. The game needed a lift. Certainly got that spark, that aggression from both teams. But the defence we've shown there with the Kiwis was just superb. Real aggression, real good line speed.
We've got a subtle change here as Kenny Bromwich has jumped into the dummy half position. Cody Nikorima is on the bench. He might have done his dash for the day, or maybe he's just getting a breather.
Good to hit a Kiwis chart here at Eden Park 2. Tarpany offloads there potentially to Bromwich. That might have been interesting. Kenny Bromwich, we've seen him play dummy half before. Here's the set completed. Ryan Hall looking into the sun. And he's taken it nicely on his 10, but it's a long way back here for Great Britain, and they need points.
It was a nice kick. Oh, and good work from Mamalo closing down the option as the pass hits McGilvray.
Ryan Hall.
Move, get square. Hold. Hold.
Britain at some point need to get a bit more adventurous. Still haven't had a line break in the game, Daryl. 64 minutes now.
Wait, Weights in! Weights in! Go, Sweet.
Right hand.
This is exactly where the Kiwis want Great Britain, trapped inside their own area. Late in the tackle count on 4.
Hold! Go, 4.
To tummy half. Graham. Shifting the ball. It's been dropped by Wormsley. Wormsley had held back. It might have been the line break they were looking for.
So Great Britain started this match in the 30th minute. They'd completed it at 100%. And then back-to-back errors as Corey Harawira Naira judged that he'll need to set a HOA test. And this is a pretty simple catch and pass from front row to front row. But you can see the pressure on the defensive line. And the eyes drift straight onto the black jersey, causes the error. And now, well, completed sets. Great Britain with 28, the Kiwis 22.
That is just classic Adam Blair, wasn't it? Really was. Nickel Cluckstead. So Harawira tonight has come off the field for an HIA, and Nikarima's gone back on. He's a bit undermanned at the moment. Remember, 4 and injured in the 6th minute with that dislocated shoulder. Tapani, they're zeroing in on him, looking for a bit of payback, those British players.
Hargraves back onto the football field.
He'll complete the game now. It's Benji Marshall. Pass needed to be made, and that Great Britain team were very pleased. They put pressure on him there, and they what the scrum packed quickly.
Let's go, New Zealand! Come on.
Benji Marshall. This was a simple catch and pass. He had players both on the inside and the outside as options as well. 21 missed tackles for Great Britain.
Mitchell's taking it to the line a bit more in this game. Richie, has been better to see, a bit more direct running from him.
Let's go, bind! Cody, let's go.
With last week.
Head in. Okay, ball in. Out, time I come.
From my mix.
Move, chance! Back in! Wait! Go, 1. 2.
There's Tapani in on Graham again.
Square. Hold! Go.
There goes Tetavano that time. Wormsley shifted this time. These Kiwi players hunting and intercepts.
Move, get square!
Ryan Hall tackled on the 40.
Ryan, on the mark! Go, 3.
Connor at dummy half. Wormsley almost taken
4.
by Tetavano.
Zane, come on! Wait! Go, 4.
2 more tackles in the set. Here comes Hastings to the line. It's Widdop. Drawn pass. John Bateman looking for the offload.
Still 4.
It's well done from him. And Burgess has made another 12 metres. Fast play the ball. Britain got to spread it here. Hastings. Widdop. Beautiful pass. Can Hall finish off? Nice shots. Ryan Hall can't quite get there.
Scrambling D. There's a penalty here for a high tackle on Ryan Hall.
High tackle.
There's carnage, there's players everywhere.
Jared! Jake!
Lost opportunity here for Great Britain. Good bust up through the middle with the offload from Bateman before Burgess carries it on. And right at the end here, let's have a look. Well, Marshall right on the chops of Ryan Hall. But it was a tackle that had to be made, otherwise he scores in the corner.
Well, Great Britain have got to score in this set, really, to have any chance in this game.
Wait! Go on.
They're trying to barge their way over. It's Wormsley getting very close. He's lost it. Play on is the call. There's a try. They're going to look at it. The player who's gone over is Darryl Clark.
Mate, he's tackled 1.
Yes, mate.
We have a try.
Yep.
Just check that the ball is stolen by New Zealand.
Okay.
Playing on for advantage of the ground.
Okay, too easy. Video ref to director.
So the
Hi, Dean.
initial contact here, where there's I think 3 or 4 Kiwis in the tackle.
Kiwis, and then we'll follow
That's possibly ripped out, which keeps the ball live.
Referee is Chris Kendall. Video referee Henry Perinara.
This is it, big Wormsley. Right into Tuivasa Shek, and provides the initial contact. And what happens here?
Yep. So we just follow
Is it
this through,
ripped out? Hargraves a hand in there, the right arm.
Okay.
And
There's still, okay, there's multiple defenders in the tackle. Yep, Britain Nakora has stripped the ball out, so we're playing on to this stage for a greater advantage. Just make sure that the pickup is clean. Yep, Daryl Clark, is it? Yep, Daryl Clark picks the ball up cleanly. Okay, now I'm going to need to see a grounding, please, mate. A potential grounding. Now it'll be from this top angle here. Yep.
Does Cody Nikorima hold up Daryl Clark as he goes into ground football?
Go through there.
Under the football. And the answer is no.
Ball looks like it's grounded. Have you got something from the other side, mate? Should be R1. Spun, he maintains possession so far. Yep, and Daryl Clark rounds the ball in the end goal. Bobby, we're going with the try. We're going to send it to the board.
It's a very close call, as it turned out. It only just grazed the glass. The grass. Too many G words. Try this to Great Britain. Big score there for Daryl Clark, his second try in International Rugby League.
Couldn't quite absorb all of that pressure. Field position of Great Britain. A couple of penalties in there as well. Sets up a beautiful finish for the game. Important kick this. Gareth Woodham kicks into a really stiff breeze here.
It's certainly a live game, isn't it? 12-6. 12-8. He's buried it. That's lovely. So Woodham converts the try, and it's 12-8 with just over 10 to play. Good play from Daryl Clark, wasn't it? Richie Barnett.
That was great footwork, buddy. It was outstanding from Daryl Clark to get around Benji Marshall, who's normally the player that will do. Extremely good footwork from Daryl Clark.
The Kiwis haven't seen the football for a little while now on attack. Important to get it back in their hands. So it's Tom Burgess.
Burgess and Walmsley doing a good job to start the set. For Great Britain.
Leads the way in metres for Great Britain here this afternoon. Burgess with 90.
Ruck speed is good on the set here from Great Britain. Here's the try scorer Clark. At the halfway line on the fourth tackle. This is better from Great Britain. Philbin back out there now. Is that Whitehead? Last play here. It is Philbin. Hastings the last play. It's the contest. Tuivasa-Sheck has that one under control.
Again, not choosing to contest. Just happy to hand the football over 15 metres out from the try line. Hands all over the player. Sako comes in for a charge. Keep an eye on the 10 here. Got a big 10. Certainly has.
Well, Great Britain would love another error right now.
They've started chancing their arm with some long passes over the top, haven't they?
Manu.
Move square.
Nikorima, did he knock that on? Play on is the call.
Regathered before it hit the ground.
That was a close call. Waria Hargreaves. Last tackle has come, and Marshall. Played it to Seddages. Ryan Hall, that's a good chase from two Kiwi players there, Nakora and Isako. It's Connor. Big lad, isn't he, Jake Connor? Debut for England in the Denver test. So he is one of the setters for this game. He played last week, of course. McGilvray.
Discipline the key here in the last 10 minutes for both sides. Penalties 8-5 to Great Britain.
Lomax is coming half. Get away again. Nothing too adventurous here these last 9 minutes, but they need something. Further try would really turn this game on its head. Are they going up the middle this time? Hastings looks for a hole. Jackson Hastings is through. The chase is critical. Tuivasa-Sheck did really well. And gee, the Kiwis very fortunate that Hastings couldn't leak up with a teammate there. Last play, Whitehead, Whitted. Looking to exploit some space on this right. That's a great kick from Gareth Whitted. And Tuivasa Shek forces, and we've got a line dropout, the first of the game.
The first repeat set of the game as well. We're just hanging on here, Great Britain. This is the bus from Hastings. Goes between Hargraves and Tetevano. Not a great effort from either. The game comes to life. And then finally Gareth Whitted gets a kick that he'd be proud of. And Tuivasa-Sheck, after making a tackle on Hastings, did a good job to get back there.
This is game on now, Richie Barnett. Big time.
Absolutely, this is what you want. Test footy, 8 minutes to go. Only 4 points in this game. And that was a great run there from Jackson Hastings. Deceptive runner.
That's a good kick too. Floater off the boot. Look at it, straight into the charging, and wow! Philbin. Yeah, we like him. He can come back.
Good news is he'll be back next week. Oh, there's a steal. Away goes Hughes. Wow, what a big play from Jerome Hughes.
Massive. Wow. Stole some yards. Possibly changes the momentum.
He's back in Great Britain's half. Nickel Clockstead. What do you reckon about the Kiwis here? They're going to go for a killer blow or just play the percentages here?
It's an outside back set really here for the rest of the game. Scoots out of dummy half, back to the middle. Here they play a bit with Nakora running behind players.
He's got pace, Nakora. It's a good tackle coming in there, though, by Zach Hardacre. Kenny Bromwich. Karima. Here's the last play, Marshall. Where's the kick? It's Ken Malmalu. Well, the Kiwis' communication may be questionable there, Daryl Halligan.
Yeah, Benji Marshall and Jerome Hughes were both caught on the left edge, and that's actually where the ball was in the last play, with Ken Malmalu being dropped under. Everyone needed to provide themselves on the right. Anyway, that's what Test match footy does to you.
It's been a real grind now. McGilvray in a bit of trouble. Burgess. Tom Burgess coming nicely into the game now. Burgess up over the 100-metre mark. Chris Hill about to come back on for the last 6 minutes. Here's a shift of the ball. Whitehead hit hard by Joseph Manu.
That's brilliant width from the ruck from Hodgson.
Lovely pass. Clark still out there. Philbin. So Clark stay out there. There's the Lomax. There's a pass to McGilvray. Tuivasa-Sheck with a try-saving tackle.
Should have passed in field.
Big chance here if they spread it. They've got to really spread it. Whitted looking for a repeat set again. Doesn't get the bounce of the ball, and Tapani has just done it for the Kiwis.
Hold. Go on.
There are opportunities there.
Surrender.
They bust down the right.
Go to. Well done, Josh.
Thought McGilvray had an unmarked player on the inside. Decided to go himself.
Wait. Go free.
Oh, well. Interesting lineup too for Great Britain on the field at the moment. No Josh Hodgson, no Tom Burgess, no James Graham either. They're all on the bench at the moment.
It was a good run, but we're only on the 30 and it's last. Where's the kick?
It's got to be a good kick here. Benji Marshall goes for maximum distance. Here comes Johnny Lomax.
Surrender.
I like Lomax, good player.
He's had a good match.
160 run metres for
18
Johnny
carries,
Lomax.
yep. Here's Hall.
All getting useful in midfield.
Now the Kiwis are in trouble with missed tackles. 25.
They're starting to really clock up, and their line speed on defence isn't as effective anymore. Connor, oh, that's skillful play. Did really well to stay inside the field of play there. Great Britain looking for more opportunities in these last 3 or 4 minutes. Whitted has his hands on the ball. Back comes Philbin.
Seem to be finishing the better, don't they?
They sure do. Clark. Good energy from this Great Britain team all of a sudden. Woodard to John Bateman. Woodard again. Here comes the try. McGilvray.
Time off. I've got no
They don't
try.
look like
Yeah,
they're
I agree.
celebrating.
I
There's a
agree.
chance he might have dropped this.
Hedge, that was tackle 4.
Yep.
We have no try.
Yep.
Just check he doesn't ground the ball, please.
Too easy, mate.
Confirm
Video
you're
ref
off.
for
Such a
director.
little play here from Woodard with
Probably
a
gonna
double
need
round to
7 here, mate.
create the extra player
7.
and some tyrant defence.
I've got backpack here.
Right at the end, the hand of, is it Manu?
That's
Rips into
gone.
the elbow.
That's gone, yeah. Lost it in the
And-
end goal. Yep, okay, we're going out
That's
to
a
the 20
classic.
here, mate.
It's Kenny Bromwich, I
And we're
think.
sending it to the screen.
And he loses control of the football.
Yep,
Kenny
20 metre,
Bromwich.
no try.
Someone needs to buy him a beer after this game. He doesn't need to
queuing
buy
up,
anything.
don't worry.
Off though, boys, we've got a man down.
Jermaine McGilvray within a millimetre there of locking the scores up.
I don't think Kenny Bromwich has moved either. 2 trainers with him.
No try. Guys, can he be taken at the side or does he need it? It's all right, get it.
We just heard there from the referee, it's an HIA, in fact. He's going through the process at the moment with Kenny Bromwich.
Corey Hudawita Naira returning in jersey 15. This is the play, and there around the back goes Woodard with the quick hands from Lomax. Hardacre offers the gift to McGilvray, who in essence has bombed 2 in the last 10 minutes.
Well, what a finish to this game with the Kiwis out on their feet defensively, but somehow surviving a miracle tackle there from Kenny Bromwich to keep the Kiwis ahead.
Adam Blair bouncing around on the sideline here, just wanting to get back onto that football field. This is where I thought McGilvray had a player on the inside. Again, they strip them for numbers on the left and they bite. And here, oh, to be fair, good work from Leeson Almal. That's a big moment. Good work from the front row to provide that space to take out an opportunity or a threat.
Don't forget, folks, to stay with us on the broadcast. We have the 3rd game coming up between Australia and Tonga, and I can tell you 90% of the crowd here at Eden Park right now are wearing red. We're expecting that crowd to really build up
Move, Josh!
to kick off to that
Arthur
game.
Sheck back in to the fold, followed by Manu.
2. Move, Josh! John, wait!
Kiwis hanging on. That pass was a bit dicey from Nikarima.
Hold on to your running line a little bit, Jared.
Nikarima, here's Blair, he's got his wish. He's back out there for 3 more minutes in his 50th test. You would love it. Nothing more than to be victorious. Tuivasa Ashek. Right, second half by his standards. Got a couple of very important tackles from him. Nikarima on the last. Benji plugs the sideline, soaks up the clock.
Touch there. Yeah.
Drills it
Scrum, grab it on ball.
into touch. Making Great Britain restart with a scrum. They'll go quickly.
Yeah. Loose, yeah, time off. Time off.
Just
Okay,
under
New
2.5
Zealand, let's
minutes
go.
left, which would suggest there would be maybe 3.
Right down! Come on. Jackson, we've got a ball.
6 left in the game.
Head in! Jared, head in! Head in!
That stat there,
Get
Darryl.
ball in! Wait for out.
58% the Kiwis have spent this game in their own half, yet they're ahead.
Offload
They're also
down.
significantly down on
Surrender!
possession as well.
Stand! Hold!
But
Go
it's
on.
about execution and taking opportunities, and that Asako try and that Harawira Naira try and good defence there.
Here,
All
Zed,
helps.
wait, go to.
But the Great Britain team will believe they've still got an opportunity in these last 2
Go
minutes.
3.
Clark continues to play at dummy half. No sign of Josh Hodgson as Woodard tries to get Lomax to weave some magic.
Move now! Off the ball! Wait.
Great
go.
Britain still have 70 metres to go upfield, though. Bateman. What can the second row of the year create? He's got some space. Oh, Whitehead just couldn't get it to Jake Connor.
This is dangerous.
Bateman skips past another couple and somehow gets an offload again, but plenty of Kiwi jumpers there. Now we've reached the last.
Wait, Lisa! Wait! Go last.
Woodham. Much he can do there. Can't really put in an attacking kick. He just gives possession back to New Zealand, and back comes Ken Maumalo.
Swallowed the take, Ken. Found his opposite, ran straight at him. This is Klokstad. Winding the clock down.
There won't be anything flash here from New Zealand in this last minute.
This would be a really good win for the Kiwis under some adversity here. 4 and out in the first 5 minutes. No Brandon Smith. Cody Nikarima arrives in camp the night before.
Yes, and of course, no other. This Kiwis team has got some firepower missing up front too. They've found a way to win, it seems.
Play the ball. Time off. Time off.
Nikarima. Harawira Naida, he'll enjoy this. One of the 2 Kiwi try scorers in the game. And that will soak up time. That could be the game. Might Britain have one more opportunity? Can they set their scrum? That's game, set and match, folks. Well, what a grinding win. Not much between those 2 teams. But there it is. The Kiwis have found the way. Wasn't pretty here at Eden Park, but they win it by 12 points to 8.